We're live. Go ahead, Brandon. Shout out, shout out Marquise Chris for making sure we got the 30-point win. All right, so I was pissed because especially very like early on when they went up like 10-3 or some shit, and I was like, bro, like it's just gonna be the same thing. Like Dorian Finney-Smith had already hit two threes. I was like, damn, bro, it's literally game four all over again. But thank God they were like, especially in the second quarter, or was it the? I forget what quarter. I think it was the second quarter. I tweeted about it specifically. Chris Paul, and I know he didn't score a lot, but he was actually finally like running on the court, like actually like playing with some urgency and getting the ball down the court. And I was like, damn, like why can't we have this like more often? Because it's not like he does it once a game. Like that's the first time we've seen him do this in weeks. I feel like so. I mean, even once a game, like I'm not even saying he has to do it the whole game. He doesn't. I understand he's 37 years old. He can't. But once a game like that is, I think, all the Suns really need to get going, and then Book and Da and Mikel can take it from there, like they did tonight. I did see that. I saw that he shouldn't. Yeah, it's insane. Especially in the first half, dude. I was so mad because I'm like, damn, we're really just gonna watch the same game again. But then, thankfully, one, I think they made it more of a point of sticking Mikel one on one with Luka today, especially with Mikel was fighting through screens like a demon tonight. I don't, I don't think I saw him get successfully screened a single time tonight. Maybe a couple times because obviously other people um, guarded Luka than him, but I feel like it didn't happen that much, and especially in the second half, like I don't. He was unscreenable. I've never seen anything like it, and he had so many deflections. That this is the Mikal Bridges that we've needed on Luca every game. But yeah, I'll take, dude. Honestly, 28 points and two assists on 46% is like, I'm thrilled if I get that from Luca in a game. Yeah, I think it was Game Five. Mikal is a thing, dude. He he had four steals in three quarters. He like a couple of them, like really. That's tough. Welcome to my desktop stream. I was talking to myself the whole time.
It might be something in
I
OBS that you
fixed
have
it.
to.
Chat, is it better
Oh,
now?
yeah. Let us know if it's better. We might have to.
We didn't talk about it very much. It's okay.
No, we talked about how good the Mavs shoot and Mikal Bridges locking up Luka. That's
Yeah,
it.
we're yeah, you guys probably caught most of it. Chad, is it better? I think I
Yeah,
fixed
let
it.
us know if we can. What was the problem? Was it just a fucking setting?
I had the desktop audio muted.
Okay.
That's probably it. Um, there's only one person in chat now, so oh, he says it's fixed. Let's go.
Oh,
Thank
bet.
you, Nasir. You're a
What's
real
up?
one. All right, let's
Bet. Bet.
back
Bet.
to
Bet.
it.
Bet. Okay. Yeah, Blaine was an IRL friend. He texted me and said he can't hear us. So I just texted him back. He'll probably hop back in.
Bet.
But
My bad, y'all. We'll cut. Brandon, redo the intro right now. We'll just cut it.
welcome back, everybody, to the We Know Ball podcast. um, Suns beat the Mavs 110-80. Pretty good game. We got it. Our favorite guest on. I'll say it again. I'll say tied for our favorite guest
Yes,
with
sir.
Parawadas, Swavy Keys.
Yes, sir. What's good?
Yeah, welcome back to our second time doing the intro because
Look at Mr. Hollywood in the chat. Arian, he said, Arian, I'm your biggest fan.
Go.
let's go.
Mr. Hollywood.
Thank you so much for joining the stream, y'all. Um,
Bet.
yeah, I kind of
Do we
fucked
want to
up the.
retouch on what we talked about or
Yeah, we got to talk about it. We got to talk about Mikal, man. Mikal had. I mean, if you were in the stream already, you heard it already. But Game Five, Mikal is a thing now, guys.
oh yeah, we got to make that an agenda.
Game
We
5,
might get game
Mikhail,
6 book next game too.
bro.
Dude, if we get Game Six book, man,
I need a 40 piece. I need 40 in front of their fans.
facts. I would.
Just because they hate him so much, I need 40 in Dallas.
I need
I need
40
it.
with 20 free
hmm
throws.
I
Bro,
won't
that'll
be
make them
surprised
so
if it's a
bad.
Chris Paul game either
And I
because
need
of what
6
happened.
flops. I need 6 flops too.
Six flops. I
Six
hope.
Just to
Luka
make them
specials.
mad.
I hope if that happens, I hope Debo like walks off the court after it's over and he looks at the crowd. He goes
And he needs to make the face.
as he's walking into the tunnel. He's just going like bro.
Yeah, what's really the thing that because we were talking about this before the pod about we thought Pelicans fans were bad.
Yeah,
I think what makes Mavs fans worse is the Mavs players being so fucking annoying. Like Luka
facts.
walking out of the tunnel and being like, "They're only tough when they're up."
But that's
Like,
just
shut
because
the fuck up, dude.
Luca is way more like well he's much better and more marketable and well known than anyone on the Pelicans. So this was and it's a second round too, so it's just getting more coverage and it's
Yeah,
Luca.
yeah. Blaine asked, "What do we expect Dallas to do differently next game?
Um,
There ain't much
Hit
they
their
can
threes
do.
because Reggie Bullock had 0 points this game after torching us the last two.
I think
well,
adjustments wise, there's
Well,
nothing much they can do.
like yeah, if
yeah,
the Suns just play the same way, I'm not sure what Dallas can do differently.
Their
yeah,
only shot literally is hitting threes. And that's
yeah.
Granted,
I
just
think
up to us. hmm
it's like the last two games. It was more the Suns beating themselves than Dallas beating
hmm
us. So
honestly,
Yeah.
I
it's
mean,
not much
granted,
that they can do
game
anything
four they hit
differently.
23s.
Yeah,
Right.
which is
Yeah.
insane. That is
Yeah.
so crazy.
Your
Mavs,
only adjustment is to hit more shots,
Mavs
which he
always
can.
do it. The Mavs team identity has not changed in like 20 years. They've literally this whole time been just rain threes constantly. They're
Yeah.
always
I've
gonna
been
have a
tweeting all
game.
series that I've been tweeting all series they're gonna literally only beat us if they get high from three.
Which is what
That's the only way
happened.
they can beat us. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. That's the only way they can beat us.
Interesting.
And
That I just noticed. Sorry, Brandon.
oh, you're good.
Dwight Powell, after two fouls in the first quarter, did not play again. Which
I think it's because they're really like trying to space us out.
Yeah, Jason
And
Kidd
he
got
can't.
pissed.
Yeah, and Powell can't like he's not like a shooter. Like I think they really just want to try to space us out and make it hard to guard him.
I just
That's what I
had
think they're
a I just had a thought, and it might be a little crazy, but I'm gonna put it out there. Do we think Monty purposefully waits to make adjustments to catch
I don't
them
know.
off guard?
At this point, I think He might, because I think he did the same thing. I feel like against the Pelicans.
Like I feel like he almost is like willing to sacrifice games if it ensures victory.
Series win.
Yeah.
Which,
Like if it
Playing
makes
like
your
you
chance
playing
of victory
stupid.
higher later on, if you know what I mean.
thinking about it, it sounds stupid, but if it works,
Yeah,
I'm
Or
not
he's
I
just
saying
guess.
like
or he's just not good at making adjustments.
yeah, because I mean we saw the adjustments today.
Yeah,
No
to his
campaign, no
today was
chemistry.
good.
Campaign didn't play. Bismack taking JaVale's minutes, which was incredible. Bismack was incredible today.
it's
And
either
Landry.
that or he just waits until he feels like it's really like okay, we have to win.
Urgent. When our
Yeah, like
backs are against the
urgent.
wall, because the series
Yeah,
tied is our backs against the wall.
yeah, but if we're up, like it looks like when we're up a game or like early in the series, he just won't do it. But like he said, if it's like urgent, like those two game fives were, so it might be that. It might just he doesn't want to pull that out until he feels like we actually have to.
I think it's also like his whole thing is having confidence in players and giving them like chances. So
Yeah.
I'm wondering if that's just like the same thing where he's confident enough in the team that he doesn't that they can figure it out without the adjustments. And I mean, that hasn't been the case this season, but I mean last year there were games where we seemed to kind of struggle the whole time, but we still won.
Mhm.
So, like specifically game 4 against the Clippers.
Mhm.
That ended like
Right.
84 to 80 or something.
Yeah,
So, or maybe that wasn't the final, but it was very low scoring. But yeah, it just hasn't been the case this season where we get kind of lucky. It's been literally like we haven't, I wouldn't say we've had a game where we were like really lucky, I'd say. Is that
not
like
this season. No,
maybe
yeah, no, not this
maybe the
season.
game we shot 64% because
Mhm.
that's never going to happen. We're never going to do that again.
Yeah,
But
Right, it's tough.
other than that, I wouldn't say we've gotten like really lucky with anything. I'd say all of our wins are earned
Too, yeah, a lot of them
and all of our
Mhm.
losses are deserved.
for sure.
Like I haven't felt like that there was a, I mean, I'm not going to say that there was a loss we had where I felt like we could have won, but because like I feel like we could have won every game, but there wasn't a loss where I was like, damn, like we really should have had that.
All
yeah,
of
I
our
agree.
losses, it just felt like kind of like we were gonna lose from the beginning.
Yeah, you can tell very early
Yeah,
on
you
with the
can tell.
Suns.
Yeah, you can tell like some of the games like we were gonna
It
lose.
felt like that today too, though, until like
Yeah, like at first, it
third
just
quarter.
didn't last as long.
Yeah, thank
When we
God.
went on that little run, like towards like the end of the first, then I was like, okay, we got some life. But
And
if
then
it would have
Chris,
ended bad in that first, I think we would have ended up losing probably.
and then Chris started running.
Yeah, for sure.
And Landry, how'd you guys feel about Landry Shamit's?
Landry.
Landry was amazing, dude. I
He was
loved
all over the place.
I loved every
Mhm.
single one of his minutes today. I don't think he did anything wrong today. Which would you ever think
I'm
we'd
gonna
say
agree with
that?
that. Yeah, I'm gonna agree with that
Do you
for
remember how
sure.
much we slandered this dude before?
How
Man,
much you guys slandered this dude? I loved Landry Shamet prior. I said give him some time, and he's still not where I want him to be.
yeah,
Like,
because them two games in Dallas, man,
yeah, or
those
just his whole
those
playoffs so far, he hasn't really
yeah,
done
because
too
they
much.
had those that 3 point and a 4 point game combined. I was like, oh my goodness, we need a little bit more something.
I
Give us
saw
10 combined.
I saw a tweet about it, and I think Shamit probably does is a better player with the ball in his hands.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I don't think
That's
he
what
He's a
does.
good
I was
Playmaker.
talking to my friends today about that, about trading if we trade Shamet.
hmm
Um, if he goes to a team and he's the second, third option, he might not be terrible. Like like I saw Ari and you tweeted out that trade uh thing with Shamit and Payne for Clarkson, which
Yeah,
that looks like a bad trade on paper, but I don't think it's as bad as people think it is
I think if they're
because
rebuilding, then
the
you
Jazz are
can.
going to blow up.
Yeah.
And if Shamit goes on that team where he's the second or third option, he will be so much better.
Yeah, I think he's not. He's like a player. I think he's a rhythm guy. And when he's like off the bench, he's literally like just standing around waiting for like catch to shoot. He might be a guy that actually like needs the ball a little more.
Right.
I wonder if he can be kind of our Jordan Clarkson, just better defensively in exchange for less points.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe
If we give him,
maybe
yeah,
putting him on ball is better.
which I never thought I'd say. You
Right. It's
like,
like the
dude,
same argument what they were doing with like Brunson. Like Brunson shouldn't be like standing like he needs the ball to get going. That
four
might
months
be
ago,
Shamit.
4 months ago, if you asked me if I wanted Shamit to have the ball more, I would have laughed in your face.
I'll be like, hell
but
no.
it's just hard to give him the ball with Book, CP, Mikel now
Hmm.
emerging offensively,
No,
and
but this
Da.
game where he literally just took campaign's minutes, it was great.
Right. Yeah.
My
And
favorite
then he
part
can
is
do
that
that
he's
again.
not settling for threes anymore.
Oh
He's
yeah, thank
going to
God.
the mid range. He's trying to dunk on people like all the time.
I think that's the main reason too why he played. Like he didn't try to force like just
Yeah.
shooting threes.
Yeah, do you
Jeez.
remember back when he said he tries to get up three-pointers a game or something?
He was like, I gotta just shoot. And I was like, I don't like that. Like I get it, you're a shooter. But I don't really like that. Because if you're not making them and you just keep shooting them, like you're never gonna get out your slump. Like you gotta find other ways.
Yeah, Keith, I know you're a big, we've talked about this before, big DA fan. And I saw you tweeted tonight about the
Oh
whole
my gosh.
pay thing. What are your thoughts on it so far? Like
Was him missing the
this
dunk,
year?
the wide open dunk enough to take away his contract, Keys?
You know what's crazy? I was about to say that too, because I was that mad. I was like, bro, what's wrong with you?
Does that
And then I
overrule
then I
the?
wanted to calm down, but I was like, that's not that far because he does way more good than bad, so he still deserves the money. It's just like plays like, because then he did it again on one of those. It was a play where I don't know you guys remember.
I
It was
know what
like
you're
that dunk.
talking about. He shot a floater and missed.
He shot a floater and nobody was right there. I was like, why are you shooting a floater when no one's there? Like, who's gonna block you? Just dunk the ball. I'll be like, plays like that it makes me mad at him because he's giving those people that don't want to pay him like plays like that. They're gonna go back to those plays like that's why you don't pay him. And I'm not gonna. That's like I said, that's going a little too far. But that is annoying. I will never deny that that's annoying because that made me mad.
Yeah, and didn't that happen last game too?
Yeah, he does that sometimes. He
Yeah.
does that a
Like he had a
lot.
wide open layup and just
Yeah,
missed it. Like Book created for him, just
yeah.
Yeah.
missed it
Like
right
my
out of the basket.
Hmm.
I don't know about you
uh,
guys, but for me, him missing that wide open dunk completely erases the value. Gone. Erase it from
Bro,
history.
it just sometimes I don't get it. I don't get him sometimes. He's a finesse player. I think we just gotta accept that he's a finesse player.
He's a guard. He's a guard in a center's body.
He is, bro. And bro, when I played, I don't know. I still don't know if it was him. I think it was him though. But when I was playing like 2K and he was randomly was in the same game as me,
I remember that tweet.
like on my team. Yeah, I don't. It was his account for sure, because that was his account. It was his face scan and everything, and it had the NBA logo or whatever. But
His face scan sucks.
it looks so weird. But it was his account. But he always has a guard up there. Like he legit likes playing like a guard for real. So him play like it shows on the court too. Like he wants to be. I bet if he could freaking like make himself, like remake himself, bro, in like real life, bro, he'd make himself a wing or something, like a guard.
Well, I think that's
I
also
don't
like
think
the
he,
problem nowadays with like
yeah,
college and high school is now they're
hmm,
not just putting the tallest kid as the center anymore. It's
yeah,
like
they're not.
the most talented player is just gonna run the offense.
And then they want a
it's like
lot, and then
that
these
play.
coaches too, like make big men like shoot a lot and
Yeah.
like do a lot of this. Like they weren't acting, but they weren't telling big men to do that. You would get in trouble for that.
Yeah,
The
Aiden
play
is.
where he was gonna dunk on Luka. He was gonna dunk on Luka, and he just laid it up like this. He
Oh
ran
yeah,
all
and I was like, oh my goodness, yeah,
That would have been such a cool moment, like Aiden dunking on Luke, like that draft class. Like that would have been sick.
He literally was at the hoop and then just laid it up.
That's what I'm
He's
saying.
a
He's
finesse
literally,
player. He literally.
I said he's a finesse player, bro.
I
It
think he
is
was
what
just
it is.
scared to miss it. Honestly, that's
Yeah.
all it was.
He needs to play with some anger.
But
I meant.
I'll take those missed dunks or whatever for how efficient he shoots from the mid. Like
Yeah,
it evens
if he
itself
didn't have
out.
that touch, yeah, if he didn't have the touch he had, then it'd be what's called. But he makes like little like 60% of his shots, so it
Yeah, I
makes
was
like
gonna
it
say.
makes up for it.
Yeah,
It
I
makes it
I
look like
do
dunk.
kind of miss. You remember the DA from that one Grizzlies game last season?
When he did that reverse dunk.
Yeah, I kind
That was
of
hard.
I do kind of miss that Aiden. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that was fire.
But
The morning he took the who I forgot who it was, the dude on the Lakers, one of their centers. He took him off the drive and then did the jelly from this side to this side.
Oh yeah,
oh,
it
that
was
was
drumming.
in game 2 of the
Yeah.
Lakers series.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
drumming. That was hard. Yeah, that was fire. He always
He
pulls those out of nowhere.
he's literally a guard in a center's body.
He is, bro. That's why it's funny.
He has a guard mindset. when he plays.
He does. He really
I
does.
don't know if I've ever seen him like back down somebody to the basket. He backs down people with the
Until he gets
purpose
to
of
a
getting to
spot.
his hook shot,
Yeah, that's it. He just gets to right to his spot where he know he's in his range, and he'll just go up.
which is fine because he's 7 foot and nobody can
Right.
like. How are you going to block a hook shot? But
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's
like,
got
I
the
do
touch
want to
for
say
it.
though,
He makes them.
I think he's more physical than some people try to give him credit for. I think he is physical. I do really think the referees mess up his mindset too when it comes to being physical. Like
he's
that, his first foul was crazy.
yes. I was literally
Yeah.
about to say the first
He,
play of the game. He puts his shoulder down and bumps Dwight Powell. Powell didn't even fall down or anything.
he just flopped.
He just fell. He just did he even
He
hit the
just went like
floor?
this. No, he
Yeah,
just like he flopped his body back and they called. I'm like, bro,
he didn't even hit
that
the
makes him
floor.
that makes him like more hesitant because I feel like that in the finals too when he was like trying to body up Giannis.
Yeah,
After a while, they kept calling stuff, and then A was like making faces. He was like, I don't know what to do. So then he got like softer and softer guarding Giannis. Was scared to touch him. I think referees really mess with like DA. Like he don't know what to do sometimes. Like he gets scared to get physical because he don't want to get fouls.
yeah,
Yeah. What's up, Shikari?
yeah, yeah. What's up?
That's a good point. Is he said DA needs to work on being an aggressive finisher and a better shot blocker. I think the reason that DA isn't as good of a rim protector as he could be because he has the skill set to do that. But like it's like the same thing we were talking about with the offensive rebounds is like we shoot and then we just run back on defense. Like that has to be like a thing from Monty, like a game plan
We've been
Yeah,
that
on that for
no
a
one stays
while.
in paint. Yeah, I don't. There's no reason because Book and CP would be on his ass
right.
if that wasn't like something that was like justified. There's
Yeah,
got to be
no, yeah.
some reason behind that.
I do
Oh,
want
for
to
And
him
I
point
not getting.
out.
You mean offensive rebounds or him?
well, I think shot blocking has something to do with it too because like he's not always in the paint like
Oh yeah,
on
yeah.
offense, especially because he doesn't back people down and finish at the rim.
I
He's
think part of
staying with
that
his
too
knees.
is like even JaVale, like guys like Gobert, like JaVale, Jokic, even none of them come out as far as DA because they can't. So they're back there to get blocks. Aiden's not like he's switching out a lot. He switches out even Embiid. Embiid gets like a good amount of blocks because he doesn't switch out like that either. He's more
Right.
mobile than a lot of those dudes, so it's kind of he's not gonna be in there to get those other dudes are literally like they're just sitting in there, they're camped in there. But if Aiden just got to camp in there a little more, I think he would. But he doesn't like just camp in the
Right.
paint like that.
We got a chat question. Uh, CP3 or Book Game 6? I think we're getting Game 6 Book.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do too.
I'm gonna say CP. I'll be the opposite because of what happened on Mother's Day.
I think he should have done that
Going
today,
back to
bro.
Dallas.
He's
Or
just a little off.
Going back to
maybe he's
Dallas.
waiting. Maybe he's waiting.
Yeah, going back
Facts,
to
facts,
Dallas.
facts. You're right. You're right. Maybe we'll get both.
I don't think he'll do it from the jump though. I think Book is gonna try to kill them like the first three.
Facts. I was
And then
about
if
to
it's like
say,
close, because it's gonna be close, because they're gonna try to fight. Their season's on the line. They're gonna fight, and it'll be
yeah.
close.
And then
And
CP
then
will
Chris
close it
Paul will
out.
join the party. Yeah, he'll join the party. But the first 3 quarters, Book's gonna try to like kill them. He's gonna try to step on their neck like he
I'm
always does.
I'm gonna say in the first 3 quarters, Book will have 30 plus already, and Chris Paul will have like 12.
Mm-hmm.
By the end of the game, Book will have 40. CP3 will have like 25.
Right. I can see that happen like for real. Because he's
Say,
not gonna start off doing it.
Hassan said, "What are the chances we lose next game?"
Uh,
We're gonna be too biased to answer that. I think.
There's a
nah,
good chance. I'm not gonna lie to you.
no.
Yeah.
They've already
Nah,
proved they can shoot the hell out of the ball at home.
as soon as we heard the Suns in 6 chance, I was like, damn.
Oh my god. Yeah, there's a good chance, bro. They already proved they can shoot like
The
really well
story
at
of
home.
Smith is a whole other player at home.
Yeah,
But
those
I
role
think
players are different at home.
Yeah.
the Suns were the best road team in the NBA this season. Weren't they one of the best road teams of all time?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were
record
close.
wise,
We almost beat the
yeah.
73-9 Warriors.
And
Mhm.
then every single series we've played in, we won, we closed out on the road so far.
Has that been the last 2 playoffs too? Did we close
Yes.
out any games on the road last year? I don't know.
At home, you mean? Yeah, every single game
Yeah,
we
that's what I meant,
closed. Every single game we closed on the road. It was because it was we beat the Lakers in 6, we beat the Nuggets in 4, we beat the Clippers in 6, and then But they also ended on the road. even when we lost.
Yeah, it was all rude.
So
That's a good point, Nazir. He
Mhm.
said the offensive rebounds probably have something to do with how much we shoot off screens, and it forces Aiden to be at the 3-point line a lot.
that is a really good point.
So it's easier for
Yeah,
him to get boxed out.
yeah, that for sure happens
I do
too.
want to point out, right out of half, DA had like 2 offensive rebounds and putbacks.
Yeah,
So they definitely got on him at half.
yeah. I know Book did because Book threw his hands up when he didn't dunk that ball.
Yeah, he
Like what
stole
the
his
hell?
assist.
Yeah, I know Book. I know Book said something to him at halftime.
How'd you guys feel about Cam Johnson today?
He's great. I thought he defended very well.
Yeah, he was
Mhm.
defensively really good
Thank
today.
Which
God, because those
Cam
2 games in
Johnson,
Dallas, dude, Jesus.
I remember when we had Reese on the pod, Arian.
I was just gonna say
Yeah.
that. I wanna touch back on that with him about how he thinks of Cam Johnson now, because he said he didn't really know too much about him as a player.
Yeah,
So
we told him to not be surprised when Cam Johnson starts clamping dudes, and here we are. I
he was a
actually
lot
do.
more.
What's up?
What's up? No, I think he was a lot better defensively last year than he is this year, though.
Nah, yeah, for sure.
Look,
I definitely want to get a respec on after the series is over. I think that'd be interesting.
hmm And Cam Johnson was shooting the mid range today, like 2 or 3 times. That's what
Yeah,
I wanted to see that from the beginning.
I think this is what happens when we don't just rely on 3-point shooting, because we shoot ourselves out of games a lot
Yes.
too.
Oh my
we
God.
still
Thank
shot
you.
32 threes tonight.
Right. That's one thing I don't like about it sometimes. Like when we just keep shooting threes,
There
we
was
have to
that
actually attack them.
there was that sequence where Jay like 3 possessions in a row ended in Jay Crowder 3-pointers.
Yeah, that was making me mad.
I'm like, bro, are we
Like at the end of the
serious?
shot
Was he
clock.
trying to go for a heat check there though? Because he
No,
made
because
that
he
one.
made the first one and then he missed
Yeah.
One
2.
shot, bro. There's no way it's a heat check.
Yeah, he made one and he missed it. It was like at the end of the shot clock too. Like we were dribbling and then nothing
Yeah.
happened and we just threw it to him and he tried to. Oh my gosh.
But
Yeah,
like we have literally 6 players. I'm trying to think anyone else off the bench, because Jay Crowder isn't terrible in the mid-range game. He has that floater
he just doesn't
that
really
works.
shoot
Mhm.
it.
Yeah, but like our whole starting 5 is serviceable. At least one book CP Cam or Michaela and DA.
Mhm.
And then Cam Johnson and Shamit have mid-range games too. So
Mhm.
if we just don't rely on 3-point shooting,
I love Jay's stat line today.
then
He Jay, he had 3 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, shot 1 of 6, one of 5 from 3. So 5 of his 6 shots were from 3, and fouled out
well,
in 27 minutes.
Dude fouled out, bro.
The funniest thing with Jay Crowder is when he blows by Luka and just throws some crazy shot at the rim.
Yeah, I'd be like, Jesus Christ. I'd be like, slow down.
He doesn't normally blow by dudes, so he doesn't know what the fuck to do.
Yeah.
Because
Dude,
Luka lets him walk to the rim, and I don't understand why.
Brunson put Crowder on skates at one point in this game, and I do not know how social media, how I don't know how Twitter didn't latch onto that, dude.
Seen
I
it
bet
too.
Mavs Twitter did.
Yeah,
Mavs
I've
Twitter,
seen
but
it.
I mean, with the amount of haters Jay has, I mean, I'm surprised that didn't go viral, bro.
Can we talk about how Brunson does that same move?
Yeah.
Like
What
he'll just run
the?
and he'll bump you and try to pivot and shoot.
Yeah,
He does it every time. I don't know how we're falling. Bro, just sit on his left leg. He's gonna spin back to his left and just try to fire up. He is
Shannon
good getting
campaign.
separation though. Yeah, he is good with
He's
his
so
separation.
fast. Jalen Brunson is.
Yeah, and
He's
he is
fast.
strong. He's strong too. That he gets
Yeah.
a nice separation bumping you like that.
hmm
But like somebody said, like what's the difference of what him and Luca do compared to what Aiton did? Like they both throw their shoulder into us all game, and Aiton did it, and he got a foul call.
Uh,
Oh, I saw the
Hassan,
funniest tweet from Mike Veal.
what?
It said Nick Wright seems like he'd love cotton candy flavored vape.
What the hell?
Oh yeah, we haven't heard from Nick Wright tonight, have we?
No, I don't. I haven't seen any tweets yet.
Um, yeah, we'll see. Hassan asks if we think the way the Mavs have been shooting is a fluke. Well, considering that they went from making 23s to shooting 8 of 32, I'd say yes, it was a fluke. And
They
thank
just
God.
shoot so crazy at home.
Say yes and no.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
I
I
don't
think
think
they
they're
can
gonna
still
make
hit on
20
them.
again, but they'll probably get hot.
I don't think they're gonna only make 8 though
Yeah.
at home. So we got to be ready for that. I think they'll shoot better than that. But
But I mean, it would take 18 threes for them to tie it up in this game.
yeah, I think they gotta hit 3 because they're not gonna score in the paint on us like that.
Yeah.
They're really not. The only ones that really do attack the paint is Luka and Brunson. Everybody else is not going in there. They just shooting threes, honestly.
Um,
Maybe Dinwiddie, but
Nasir, Jay Crowder, I'm pretty sure just had a stinger in his rib or something. I don't think he dislocated his shoulder. Monty said he thinks he's okay, so I think Jay's fine. I don't think he's gonna miss any time. So I hope I used your mind a little bit. Yeah, we haven't talked about Book yet. Let's talk about Book.
he's been the best player in the series. I don't care what nobody's
Whoa.
talking about.
I want you to
I
I'm
tweet
going
that.
there.
I want you to tweet
I
that,
already
please.
did. I
Oh, you
did.
did?
Honestly, it was just in the middle of the game, so people didn't see it. But I said he's been the best player in the series.
Can you elaborate on that? Because this is gonna be a TikTok.
This is gonna be a TikTok. Forgot about TikTok. Just to me, honestly, I'm trying to think of a game that Luka would maybe game 2 he was better, or was it not 2? Was it 3?
This has to be 3 because he wasn't good in game 4, and game 2 was when he had like 3 points
Nine
in the
points and a
second
half.
half. Yeah, or
Yeah.
some yeah.
So I'm saying I think Book's literally like just the overall. I think he's been better. He was
Let's
better
look.
last game too.
What
If you
about
ask me,
yeah, but nobody cares because we lost.
because we lost. Yeah, Book was better at that game too than him.
Let me look at game 1 because I know Luka had like 45 in game 1.
Just
Mhm.
his shooting splits are so bad.
Book?
He's
Like,
not shooting that.
oh no, Luka,
Oh,
Luka.
Luka, he's
Oh
not
yeah.
shooting that against us, bro.
He had
He's putting up a lot of shots,
26 on
bro.
25 shots, 26 on 25 shots, 28 on 23 shots.
I'm saying he's not like really because it wasn't game 1. Is game 1 the one when Chris Paul went crazy in the fourth? Was that game 2?
I think that was game 1 because Chris Paul had 9. We blew. I think we blew them out in game 2.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. So
game
game 1,
1 we
that's the
was
one with
like
Chris Paul 8, wasn't it?
we were up like the whole time, but then in the last like 3 minutes we started trolling and they like low-key came back.
And then that's
Yeah.
when Chris Paul went off, right? That was game
Yeah.
1, wasn't it?
I
Yeah.
think
Okay, yeah.
yeah.
See, but I think Book was better in that game too.
See
Didn't he have like
Book
30 in that game too?
nah, he had 23, 9, and 8 on 7 of 20. Luka had 45, 12, and 8 on 50% shooting. So
You'd be
That,
talking
that
about
was
game 2 then.
game
Which one was the
2,
game when Chris Paul was going crazy and then Book came and hit like 3 straight threes?
that was
that was
game
game
2.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah,
They
that
were,
game
they were
was
just
crazy.
taking turns on Luka.
That
Yeah, that's
game
okay, yeah, the game 2. I thought he was better at game 2 too.
Book had 30 on 11 of 19, 5 of 8 from 3. Luka had 35 on 13 of 22, 5 of 10 from 3.
Yeah,
So,
what about game 3? I would argue Book's been better from game 2, 3, 4, and 5.
game 3,
I gotta remember game 3. What happened in
game 3
game
was
3?
Book's worst game. I
That
guess
was the
it's
worst
not
one,
even
huh?
technically bad, but it
Mm-hmm.
like he had 18 on 6 of 13, 4 of 6 from 3.
Mm-hmm.
Luka
But that was
had
also the game we like divided every single shot up. We had like 4 people with 13 plus shots.
Yeah,
yeah,
everybody
that
had
was
like
weird.
13,
Jay
14.
Crowder
Yeah.
led the team in shots.
Mm-hmm.
Luka had 26, 13, and 9 on 11 of 25. So not great either, but it's technically
Okay,
better than Book.
I'll give him 3. I'll give him game 3. All the other games, I'm taking Book.
Game 4,
Taking Book.
Game 4, Book had 35 and 7 on 10 of 22, 3 of 6 from 3. Luka had 26 and 11 on 9 of 25.
Also, his defense has been awful all series.
Yeah, Book automatically wins defense.
Yeah, even though Book was kind of freaking that game 4, Jesus Christ, his off ball was bad.
There was a
He
possession
made up for his
tonight.
scoring though.
There was a possession tonight. Book was guarding Bertans in the corner, and I was staring at Book, just like repeating over and over again, "Don't move, don't move, don't move, don't move." I'm like, bro, you cannot move. Like, just do not leave him. And then
So
he went and doubled Luka, and I was like, bro, no. But it ended up working out, I think. But I was tripping. I
no,
was
yeah, they
not
do that a
thrilled.
lot. Chris
They
Paul did it like twice too off Reggie Bullock, and Reggie Bullock
Mhm.
had like 2 wide open threes, but he missed. I was like, bro, we cannot do that in Dallas
Yeah.
because they're gonna make
I
them in
swear to
Dallas.
God, their crowd actually just their 3 point like rating jumps by 10 points whenever their crowd's
Yeah,
going crazy.
yeah, we gotta weather that storm because that's gonna happen.
Winning a playoff series requires you to win on the road, man. If you can't win on the road, granted, that's the benefit of being the 1 seed, that game 7 is at home, but if we're not winning road games, chances are another team will, and that's
Mhm.
when you lose the series. So
Um, we haven't even been in a game 7 yet either, so I don't know how our guys are gonna react to that if we end up going to that.
I'd be okay never finding out.
Yeah, because that's a different type. That's a different type of pressure that
Yeah,
we have not seen them in yet.
I think Book would show up
Yeah, I think he for sure. I'm just not sure about everybody else.
here.
Usually in game 7, role players kind of freeze up.
I'm gonna say this right now. If we had a game 7, I guarantee Book scoring 30 plus. Guarantee
Yeah,
it.
for sure.
And I guarantee Mikal has a good game defensively.
I would agree with that.
That's all
And I
I'm
guarantee you too, Book is shooting like 25 plus times in a game 7 too. Like
but
he's emptying the clip in the game 7.
that's all I can guarantee. I right
I think
Yeah.
now,
good game.
you think DA would have a good game?
I think if anyone was to, okay, so this might be, it's not gonna be popular, but I think if anyone was to freeze up, it would be Mikhail on offense
Oh,
in
on
a game.
off. I don't really care about Mikal's offense as much though.
Yeah, I
On
mean, I'm
offense,
just saying
yeah, you're
out
right.
of the offense, out
That
of all
is
the
true though.
But you're
I
right.
think all of them will be
I
a
can
little.
agree.
I think
I
all of
think
them a little
you know
freeze
what?
up
You
a
know
little bit.
what? Sorry to interrupt you, Keys. I think Cam Johnson would show up.
I do too.
Yeah.
He's a killer.
He's got that
Johnson just got
he's
some
got
good
that
dog in him.
UNC blood. He would show
Yeah,
up.
yeah, he's been in like huge, like what's it called games. So
Mm-hmm.
Well, so is Mikel. He's won 2
that is true.
He's
NCAA
just
That's
he's
true.
just not
championships.
looked at like an
He's just
offensive
not
player.
really.
Like,
You know when I started really liking Cam Johnson before he came to the Sun, like it was those games where UNC played Duke, and there was like possessions where I would see Cam like he's guarding RJ, he's guarding Cam Reddish, Zion, like playing good defense and still scoring on them. That's when I was like, that guy's good.
So you were happy when we drafted him?
I wouldn't say I was happy, but I wasn't mad like everybody else was.
Did you
I
think it
just
was a
laughed
reach?
because it was. Did
was
I
a
think it was a
reach.
reach at the time? Yes, but the
Yeah.
reason like I said I wasn't tripping just because like I was actually watching him and I was like, wait, he can actually play. Like people were calling him like just a shooter. I was like, bro, even then I said like no, he could defend. Like I seen him like literally guarding RJ and like Cam Reddish and doing a good job in college.
I have a question. It's a little bit off topic. It's more of a front office James Jones question, which we don't talk about much on here. But I like let's kind of walk through the resume of James Jones as the Suns GM because he won Executive of the Year last season. So, I mean, he traded for Chris Paul, right? We'll just give him that. I know he didn't acquire like the assets that we traded for Chris Paul, but he traded for Chris Paul. So I'm going to give him
A
Chris
plus.
Paul. He drafted Mikal, he drafted DA, he drafted Cam Johnson. What else?
Wait,
Because
no,
I
he didn't draft McHale and DA.
Oh, you're
Ryan
right,
did.
you're right.
Yeah, so he doesn't even get that. He don't get that either. But
Damn, that's kind
he'll
of
get
tough.
Cam. I'll give him Cam.
He
Yeah,
drafted
because
Cam Johnson.
and the main reason to know that is because Ryan McDonough, like he makes sure on Twitter that he reminds everybody that he drafted Book, DA, and McHale. Like he loves reminding people of that, even though he didn't do a good job at anything else. But he reminds people that he drafted those
I'm
3.
trying to think.
What type of credit are we giving James Jones for Jalen Smith? Because
Um,
he's a good player. I still don't
I
think
think
he
he's
was
gonna be
worth.
good.
You think he was worth the 10th pick?
I think the jury's still out, but for now, no. But I don't think he was a bad player though. At least he wasn't a bad. He's not. I don't think he's gonna end up a bad player. I think he's actually gonna be like a good starter.
Mm-hmm.
But it was still the wrong pick though. But I'll say that for sure. I think it was still the wrong pick for us.
Could have had Tyrese, man.
Yeah, because
James
then
Jones got his story correct twice, 2 different times.
The first
Yeah,
time
the
was
main-
good. The second time was bad.
The frustrating thing about it is too because it was the wrong pick, and then on top of that, like he traded the the wrong pick for something we'd actually need. I think we needed more. Like that's what I was like, bro. Like I said, we didn't need another wing. Now, I won't say something we actually need, but I think we needed the creation more, like the Eric Gordon or something like we all were talking about. Like I think we needed that more than the other wing. But
Yeah, I think
I have
that's a
no
knock on James Jones is his
yeah,
unwillingness to trade or make big trades.
and then I
I
think
think
he's a
the Aaron
little
Holiday was
obsessed.
a waste too if he's not even gonna play.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
My little thing too is I think he might be a little obsessed with like players that play like him. I've tweeted that before. That are like he like 3 AD guys
Yeah,
or
for
just
sure.
spot up shoot. Like I think he's a little like you need to have like multiple of those, but you also have to have multiple
It doesn't need
creators.
to be every player on your team.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
you
you can
have to
only
have.
have so many.
I don't care what even if we win a championship next year, please can we please just get another creator? Just please. I can't remember the last time we had like another creator really like that.
Dragic?
Yeah, for this yeah, it was Dragic and Bled. That was the last time we had like multiple
Josh Jackson, a little bit.
low key. I'll say Kelly too. Kelly was doing
Yeah.
his thing, bro.
You you tweeted where's Kelly Oubre and some people were like mad as hell.
Why did they get so bad? When you bring up certain Suns players, I was like, dang, bro, what did he do?
Bro, they hate Kelly Oubre
They
I
for
don't
whatever
they
understand
reason.
why.
don't. I loved Kelly. I was like
Yeah,
Bro, I
he
think
I would
dominated.
people
love to have him back.
I think people took that like little interview with him like saying he felt like he was like a young star too, basically. They took it as him like dissing Book. I'm like, bro, he's if people know Kelly Oubre, bro, he's clearly like a confident dude. Like
Mhm.
clearly. And they're supposed to feel that way about themselves. You do gotta have some self awareness.
Right.
But I think people took it as him dissing Book. So I think that's why a lot of them like him. Because they feel like he was dissing Book. But I don't think it was like that personally. But
Yeah.
He was the only player that actually drove to the rim
bro, I
on our
love
team,
bro.
and he averaged what
We
19.
didn't have that. Like we hadn't had that since like Bledsoe and like Dragic. Because Bledsoe and Dragic were going to the rim every time. And I missed it. We missed that. And then when Kelly got here and was doing it, I was like, oh yeah. And he was trying to dunk it every time. That's what I
Yeah,
missed too.
Yeah.
like
Kelly
he
Like you
Oubre
showed.
need
was
that.
very good for the culture in Phoenix, honestly.
Like you guys, nobody could tell me right now, like what Kelly provided right now is like literally something we literally need right now. We don't get a lot of free throws. He was drawing hella fouls, and he was putting pressure on him. That's exactly what we asking for. And he created his own shot. Like you didn't need to set him up. Like he was taking dudes off the bounce.
hmm He
I'm
would
not saying
be
like
he'd be better than Torrey Craig. That's for
he'd be
sure.
exactly what we're
Much
like.
better.
He'd be
No, because
exactly what we're looking for.
when he was in the Suns, he averaged 19 and 7 on almost 50%.
That's what I'm saying.
He
Like, bro,
was
he's
good as
literally,
hell. What the
bro, he was so good, bro. People don't realize that man was almost at 20 a game.
What happened to him?
Coming
I
off the
think
bench now in
He's
Charlotte.
stuck on the wrong
yeah,
teams.
The
yeah,
Warriors and Hornets systems just aren't
some
good for
players
him.
or some systems are not really,
He's had a few
Mhm.
good games on the Hornets. I think he had like a
yeah.
40 piece at one point this season, but
I
other
think
than that,
The Warriors messed him up pretty
the
bad.
Warriors one was the Warriors system is like not to be mean, that's for like smart players. He ain't really the smartest player. Like their offense is kind of like advanced, bro. Like a
Yeah,
little
if JaVale can thrive in our system, then clearly you don't need to be too smart.
yeah, because
No,
the Warrior yeah, like honest
I just called JaVale stupid,
right.
but
Yeah, not like it's
JaVale, if
just
you're
like
watching, I'm sorry.
I get
I'm
what
really
I get
sorry.
what you're saying though, like for real. Because the Warriors, like you got to make like smart decisions. On the
Yeah,
Suns, not saying you don't got to make smart decisions, but it's just easier. The position we put in was easy.
there's a lot
And the
more room
Hornets,
for error.
yeah, it is. And then the
I think
Hornets,
the Warriors really
a
messed
young
him up.
team. Yeah,
Playing with Curry and Clay. All right, Clay was injured. Playing with Curry and like he had so much pressure to hit his threes because that's all he was doing was sitting in the
that
corner.
too. He spot. Yeah, it was just, and it was a lot of the decision making. That's why he forced when he was there too.
Yeah,
Like it wasn't as easy. That offense wasn't easy. And then the Hornets, they're just their offense isn't really anything anyways. They're
yeah.
just a bunch of young. Yeah, their offense is not. When they were in those playing games, I was like, what am I watching? That was probably one of the worst offense I've ever watched.
That's just
we got
I don't
we got
know.
another question from Sebastian. He said if we think the Suns will go into Game 6 hard and try to get the upper hand early, or be more passive and play off of Mavs' mistakes.
I think uh, the way to get the upper hand early is to play off their mistakes. the more aggressive you are when they fuck up, the more likely they are to. It's more like a punch in the face when you fuck up, and then the other team's like, yeah, that's what happens when you fuck up. You're like, damn, you know. So
Right.
I think hopefully, very like I'd love to see us come out to like a quick like 10-point lead like we did in a couple other games, but then actually hold it and stay aggressive because I think, and especially in game one, this was a problem where they just kind of lose that fire too early
Yeah,
and then
we'll
start
definitely
coasting to the
start.
finish line.
Mm-hmm.
It almost happened today, but then the Mavs surrendered with like 4.5 minutes left, and then it was fine.
I think
Yeah,
if we come
but
out flat on the road, it'll be bad because they're
Very
gonna be
bad.
playing extra hard. So I think we got to come out like the same thing we did in game 1 and 2, like 9-0 lead, and just keep building on that.
yeah, if we come out like super flat and they get like a 15-point lead or something, we're gonna lose that game. I
Mhm.
Yeah.
personally feel like we can't let
If
them get to like
if that
15
lead
or something like that
if that lead gets to 15 or more at any point,
in the
I
first
think
half. Then we
in the
lost.
first half, I think we're gonna lose.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're gonna lose because they're gonna be just all extra confident. Then them threes gonna really start going in.
Yeah, I
That's
do
what I said. We
think
gotta weather the storm.
I do think we're gonna get Game 6 book. I really do.
Hmm.
I don't. I think that's just like a thing now.
And he's in a rhythm the last 2 games too, so I think he's gonna carry over.
So it's just up to my three, and I'm not even gonna say it's necessarily like up to Chris Paul because I mean we saw it tonight. He had 7 points, and we still
Mhm.
won by 30. So I'm not gonna say it's up to Chris Paul. I think it's up to Da for sure. If Da vanishes on the road, we're screwed.
Yeah, he has to eat.
So he needs to have a good road game. Needs to have a good road game. For if Da has a bad game, we're losing. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
that's
that's just true.
bro. We don't lose when he's like doing him. Like we literally don't
Yes,
lose.
we're
We don't lose,
when
bro.
when it's like that's why it's so fun. It's like when we just play how we're supposed to play, nobody's gonna beat us.
Yeah,
If
Mhm.
Da is hitting his middies, if Mikel's getting steals, if Cam Johnson is hitting shots, if Book's hitting shots, nobody's beating us. The thing is that just doesn't happen all the time.
it's hard to be like that 100% of the time.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So most of the time it's just I mean you get Book most of the time, and I'd say you get Da like 70% of the time.
Yeah, after this, if we win this series, after that, we're gonna need. He's gonna have to like. It's really gonna be. He's gonna be the one I'm looking at the most. Because I'm telling you right
Da.
now, like the next. Yeah, I'm telling you right now, the next like series, we're gonna end up playing the Warriors because that's what we're gonna end up playing. I'm not gonna be. Chris Paul's not gonna be scoring a lot against them. He's just not. Like I want everybody to know that now. And
Hmm.
they'll be expecting him to be like cooking against the Warriors. I don't think it's gonna happen. So that means like book. I
We
mean,
need Da
Aiton has to.
25 plus.
Yeah, Chris Paul's not gonna. He's not gonna like score against them like that.
He might have
They're way
one
too
game.
good. He'll have a game, yeah. He'll either have a game or like a quarter where he goes crazy. But like just like overall against and that's it. Their defense like on ball and all that is like way too good. And
I
then too,
hope
they can
he
switch
doesn't
everything.
shower.
Yeah, he
I hope
doesn't have
he's
anybody over there too
uh,
to.
from Draymond.
Mhm. Yeah, he doesn't have anybody over there to pick on either.
Yeah.
So
Facts.
he's not gonna be. It's not. It's gonna be. It's gonna have to be Da. It
Jordan
has to.
Poole, okay, I mean is Steph a defender like that now? Like we're saying Steph can guard Chris Paul?
Um, I'm just saying he can't pick on him. I don't think Steph Curry's like the like defender now, like where you can pick on him,
What
unless
about
it's a bigger guy.
what about Poole? Oh, I think Book would destroy Curry.
Oh, well, Book's cooking them. Yeah, Book, you can hunt him. I don't think you can. Chris Paul maybe he'd get a shot. He can get a shot off on them.
They're gonna have to stick Draymond on Book, bro. I don't know
But then they're
who's
fucked for
I don't
Da.
know other than
They're
and
gonna put Clay on Book.
Gary Payton's gonna be out.
Yeah, Gary Payton. They're gonna put Clay on Book.
I
They're
don't
gonna keep
think
Draymond on Da.
Clay, bro,
They have no other choice because they can't put Steph on him, and they damn sure can't put Poole on him. No, or they could put Wiggins, but they're gonna put Wiggins on Chris
on
because that's
Chris
what they
Paul.
do. They're gonna put Wiggins on Chris and to have Wiggins pick him up full court.
I think Book is gonna cook Clay.
No, he is.
Yeah.
But that's the only other choice they have
I
because they're
think he's gonna torch Clay.
Yeah, because Wiggins is gonna be if Books like starts killing Clay though, then I think they'll put Clay on Chris,
I think
and then
that
they'll
makes more
put
sense, honestly.
then
I
they'll
was gonna
put
say
Wiggins over there.
I think Chris might cook Clay because
Nah.
Chris is way more
Possibly.
shiftier than Book, as in like the moves he does are way more shifty,
Mm.
and I
Mhm.
don't, especially with how Clay's been playing recently. Like I
Yeah,
don't think
he's not
he's
been
gonna be able
We
to
great.
do have
stick
to
with
try
him,
to like go at
take
him
that
like
out.
defensively. Yeah, like he's still like good like defender, but he's not like what he was.
Right.
Although, you know what?
And
I just and Danielle asked it in the chat. Book did not have a good game against the Warriors this year.
yeah,
He
he's gonna
was
remember that too. They did good, but they were
That's the
trapping
regular
him a lot.
season too. Like
Yeah,
this is the
but you're
playoffs. I
right.
think this is
Hmm.
different.
I
What
hope
if we
They
get
so.
were
Christmas
doing
Day?
they were
What if we
doing
get
good though. I ain't
Christmas
gonna
Day
lie.
Otto Porter?
Say again, Ari?
What if we get Christmas Day Otto Porter again?
Oh my
Oh, geez.
god, dude.
I
Warriors in
haven't
4.
seen him have a good game since then.
He had a
Yeah.
good
Like
game.
literally
He had a
haven't
good
seen him
game
have a good game.
yesterday.
Did he? I
Yeah.
ain't seen that man freaking.
I turned the game on in the fourth quarter, and the first thing I saw was him hit a three. I was like, dude, are you fucking kidding me? I was at that Christmas game too. I was in hell. I saw Otto Porter draining shot after shot, and I was standing there like, dude, what the fuck?
There's one thing I am scared about though in that series is they're gonna like because the reason he didn't have a good games against him either, they were like crowding him and trying to take his midi away. They were like basically trying to force everybody else to beat us but him.
Which is what we do, or that's the opposite of what we do with Luka.
Yeah, and it's like I don't think if they're forcing like Chris Paul to try to beat it, then it's gonna be like up to him, and then we're gonna be in trouble. We gotta like find a way to like make sure like Book like gets freed up because then everybody else will eat off him. But if he's struggling, we have no chance. Like if he's struggling like that, we are cooked.
Yeah, if Book's bad, we're losing, bro. It's
Yeah,
not even gonna be
because they're
close.
gonna blitz him. They're gonna play 1v1 defense on Chris with a tall defender like they were doing this year. That's all they did to Chris.
That's the biggest thing with the Warriors is our guards do not match up well with them at all.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. It's gonna
DA
be tough.
is a great matchup for them. Is honestly our X factor in this
Yeah,
series and against the
that's what I'm saying.
Warriors.
Like that next one, he has to punish them because their guard playing perimeter play, bro. They're gonna like it's gonna be better than ours a lot of the time. So we gotta have some type of advantage in the
I
inside.
hope he's aggressive though, because it looks like sometimes he shies away from Draymond. He gets pushed around a little bit.
Yeah, he
Not
can't
like
let
it's not
Draymond punk him.
No, yeah,
Yeah, that's what he's gonna do.
If Da shows any signs of weakness, Draymond's gonna jump on him, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. And he gonna get in his head if he don't.
Who
Because
who
that
do we
last
think
game we
the
played them, he was like low key. Like I was like, hey, bro, like you're letting him like.
Yeah, we just need him to hit his middies and hit his hook shots. That's all he like. Draymond's not blocking his hook shot,
Yeah,
so
he was rushed. The last time we played, he was like rushing him. Like Draymond was gonna block him.
like, bro, you're fine.
Yeah, he has no chance of bothering that shot.
Mm-mm.
Nasir,
is
you're
so is
right.
that is that gonna be the Warriors X factor? Is Draymond?
Nah, probably
It's
Clay.
probably gonna be. I think it's gonna be Jordan Poole
Yeah, I think Jordan Poole.
I think
because we
Poole's gonna
can't
get
guard.
his
It's so
regardless.
hard.
Oh
Yeah, he
wait,
is, but it's hard. He just can't get when he goes nuclear. It's hard for we suck. One thing we're not good at is guarding like them quick guards. We're terrible at guarding quicker guards.
we're gonna if they start Poole, which they should. I don't know why they don't.
They probably will.
Um, like you have to think like you have Mikel on Curry,
Yeah.
which hopefully he bothers him like he did in that first game. Um, you put who's on
Who's
Poole?
gonna guard? That's all. That's all, bro. We're not good at guarding.
It has
Mind
to
you,
be.
he
It has
cooked
to be
us
Booker.
last time. Yeah, it has to probably
Book
be
or
Book.
Crowder? Or well,
Book.
no,
Yeah.
I
Crowder's
am
not gonna
not
stay with
putting.
them.
I am not putting
Crowder's not
Jay.
gonna stay
No,
with them too fast.
dude. If
Yeah,
Jay
so I was
Crowder
gonna say it
guards
has to be
Poole, he's
Book.
dropping 30 every game.
Yeah, it has to be Book. That's what I said. That's our main thing. Like it's kind of hard for because we can't put because usually you'll have the point guard on the quicker guards, but Chris Paul can't guard those quicker guards because he's too
No.
old.
And also, who does
So
Chris
that's what
Paul
we run
guard?
into it. He's
Clay.
gonna guard. He's either gonna guard Clay or Wiggins.
Yeah.
Dude, that's
I
so.
think
This
it's
is
the
so
perfect
tough.
series-
That's why I said it's gonna
the
be
perfect
tough.
series to start Cam Johnson. That's what I'm thinking.
perfect series to start Cam Johnson.
Yeah,
That would
I
be
know
agree.
fire.
Crowder's doing good, but just for defensive matchups, because there's not a single player there Crowder can guard other than Draymond.
Right, that is
I
true. The
think
only
We
thing,
don't
Clay. I
need
think
nobody
Jay
here.
could. I think Jay could guard Wiggins.
I don't know. Yeah, I
he'd be
mean,
all right.
the way
If
Wiggins
there
been
was one
playing,
person I'd put him on Clay. Just
Yeah.
because Clay's not, I think Jay struggles with like people off the bounce. Clay not gonna try to like do anything off the bounce because he's not really like
Yeah, Jay
this
just
guy's
Clay's
or
just catching it. All you gotta do is stick to him, and
yeah,
I think
Clay
Jay
just
can do
shoots
that.
now.
Yeah, Jay he can't guard people like off the dribble. That's why too when he was like getting on Bi and CJ, and they were literally just blowing by him because they both of them actually have like a really good handle
Nazir
and they're
said
Poole is
quick.
Holiday on
Poole
Pool,
is very
but
very fast.
Yeah, and Poole's quick as hell, so
I
it
don't
has to be
want.
Book.
I don't want
So Book has to
Holiday.
take that matchup.
Holiday, I don't think is like that as a defender that we can put him on Jordan Poole.
you know,
Actually, I think he would.
Danielle,
Jordan Poole's
not
still gonna score.
Shamit wouldn't be a bad thing on
And
Pool either, because
Shamit
Shamit,
at least
Yeah,
run
he's
around
quick.
with him,
yeah,
tire him out a little bit.
I believe in that little dude. Though. I think he's gonna at least get up into you. He's gonna Jose
Yeah, I
Alvarado
don't under.
people.
Yeah, facts. I don't understand why we haven't tried to make Aaron Holiday our little like pest, like Jose
Because he will do
Alvarado.
that, bro.
Like I don't
Bro,
know
he
why.
put him in that Pale series that he was like being a pest to Alvarado. I was like, yeah, he needs to play.
Plus, he's a Holiday brother, so people will automatically love him. That's good PR for the team.
And Holiday brothers are all literally pest.
So
They're all
Three of them.
that trade feels like a waste right now, especially because he's a free agent. So
Aaron Holiday is.
yeah, he is.
I hope he comes back.
I
Even though
hope
I
so
still don't
too.
know the creators, I hope we have him back, bro.
I don't know why we don't utilize him. We might have
Play.
to in this against the Warriors.
He's gonna have to play in some of these series.
I don't think Campaign should play a single minute against the Warriors.
Hell no.
Oh my God,
Hell no, he shouldn't. That's not the series for him either.
is there a
That
series for Campaign?
yes,
this
but it
point.
ain't that one.
Lakers. That's it, bro. He
Lakers.
loves against the
I think
Lakers.
he'd be able to. I think he'd be okay against a couple of them teams in the East, maybe.
Not
But against the
Boston.
Warriors, no. Boston,
Not
nah.
Milwaukee either.
I don't think Milwaukee either.
I don't
Mike,
think he'd be terrible
I
against
think
the
he'd be
Heat.
okay versus Milwaukee. Maybe he'll be all right.
who
Because
do you
Drew's gonna
guys most want to play based on matchups? Probably
Oh,
Philly, right?
matchups?
Philly.
Yeah,
Yeah, Philly.
but I want to play the Bucks again.
I kind of
Yeah,
want the
for
Like, that's what I'm
Celtics.
hoping.
for revenge reasons, I'd take
Yeah.
it. I think we'd beat the. I think the main team that I would still be scared of in the East is Giannis and the Bucks.
Yeah. I think we
like
could beat
that.
the other teams, especially Miami or Philly. I think we would.
I
Yeah,
think the Bucks is the only team in the East that would beat us. Me personally, that's not even me trying to be like cocky, but I just think matchup wise,
Not
I don't
even
think that he
Boston.
would score. I don't. I think we would guard them pretty well.
Yeah.
I guess. I mean,
I think.
I guess
don't think-
Jalen Brown is Jalen Brown like quick like that?
He
He's
got a
a
good
good
handle.
defender.
Yeah,
I don't
Can
think
can
he's-
Jay stick Jalen Brown?
I think
Um,
Book could stick him.
And then you have Mikal on Tatum.
I think Book
uh,
would stick Brown good, and then I think
Mm.
yeah, Mikal. I think we'd do good on them.
I want the Celtics because of like real hoops reasons. I want to see Book
Yeah,
versus Tatum.
Yeah, the Bucks would scare me the most. The teams that scare me the
That'd be
most are the teams I think we can't guard,
Yeah.
and that's why I'm. That's the main reason. That's why I feel like the Warriors and the Bucks are
Yeah.
the most, like, because those are two teams that we're gonna struggle guarding.
Warriors series really does make me nervous, bro.
Yeah, because
Hey,
those are the
me
two
too.
teams which it's gonna be hard for us to guard them.
Especially with how bad I want to beat them.
Yeah, everybody else though, I don't think we would struggle guarding them like that.
Yeah, I was saying
Yeah.
Miami or Philly.
Especially the Heat. The Heat wouldn't score enough to beat us. Like
The
that
Heat
Jimmy
wouldn't
Butler.
score enough. No, we would.
He'd-
I think
we'd
we'd
get
wipe
both
the
those
Heat,
teams out
dude.
in five.
Honestly,
We would
in
whoop the Heat
five.
ass. I'm sorry. That Jimmy Butler shit is not flying on McKill. I'm sorry. It's just not, bro. That's what I said. The Bucks and the Warriors, bro. Then I'm worried about teams that are like it's hard for us to match up scoring. Like you said, we were just breaking down like how we're gonna guard the Warriors. We don't even know how we're gonna guard them, like matchup wise.
yeah.
And it'll be the same thing with the Bucks just because Giannis is a mismatch for everybody. Embiid
probably
and the
do the double
Sixers,
center
Embiid would
lineup.
get his, but I think we'd lock Harden up and then we'll beat them just because of that.
Because Mikel's gonna guard Harden.
Yeah, and then after that, then we got to worry about just making sure I ain't worried about Tobias. He'll have them little hot streaks, but then he'll slow down. Then after that, just we gotta worry about Maxi.
Yeah,
That's it.
but I'm comfortable with Book on Maxi.
That's what I'm
I was
saying. The
just gonna say
matchup,
that.
everybody else matchup wise, don't. It's just those two left, really. That's about it.
All right. Well, we've been going for about an hour here, so let's get it wrapped up. Thank you so much to everyone who joined in the live and commented, asked us questions. Shout out Nasir, Danielle, Sebastian, Hassan, and unknown user B Davis, and Tucker, who joined in very early and then never commented again. So thank you so much for joining into the live. Um, and if you're listening to this on the recording, thank you so much for listening to this episode of the We Know Ball podcast. You can follow us on all social media at WKB Podcast. I'm not going to mention the social media because I keep lying about it. So I'm just going to tell you guys like when we're actually doing it instead of saying it's going to be soon. You can find me on Twitter at Mikhail Bridge. Brandon,
At Brandon Adler.
Arian,
At Arian S19.
and you all know Keys.
Still give yourself a shout
He's
out.
known worldwide.
Yeah, he's a
Nah,
celeb, man.
It's a
I
worldwide.
wish.
Nah, but Keys, is there anything you want to plug?
No, sir. Get all the love to my boys, man. Get all the love to the celebs,
You
bro.
can follow Keys on Twitter at SwavyKeys.
Yes,
Once
sir.
again, thank you so much for listening to this episode of the We Know Ball podcast, and we will catch you guys next time. Peace. And stop recording. Stop stream.